How's it going once again? Welcome back to another show. This is You May Roscoe, and I am Roscoe. And today's show, we're going to be doing a reaction to some highlights from uh, who some people should consider the GOAT. He's definitely the GOAT of stats. You know what I mean? And we'll be checking out Wilt Chamberlain, of course. And this video is the GOAT in his prime. That's what's up. But before we get into it, I do want to ask for anybody who hasn't already that they please subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll be reminded of future shows. And also want to give a shout out. This shout out is to Blue Sky. Blue Sky is the one who suggested that we take a trip into the past and check out Wilt. So shout out to you, Blue Sky. Much love to you for rocking out with me on this page. And it seemed like even before we get started, you know, the sirens is going off already. And it's probably because of these shoes. I'm not sure if that's Wilt right there. There we go. Get on past sirens. But yeah, no, those shoes are criminal. I'm like shocked, like and I know, you know, just evolution and all that, you know, to where we are right now with basketball shoes as opposed to what they had to play in then. It's like, God, they had to play in those joints. They might as well played in like socks, really, you know, but let's go ahead and get this started.
He thought, and rightfully so, that he was the greatest basketball player that ever lived. Physically, he was still the most imposing physical player that's ever played this league, period. There's no one that's come close to him in terms of just physical prowess.
And as athletic as any man who ever walked the earth. You try guarding that on a basketball court sometime.
This was more than just some big guy who dunked the basketball and ran up and down the court. This was a true athlete, and his physical prowess was unbelievable.
He's going to the basket.
This man, he beat that, and of course, you know, I've heard, if you're any NBA fan, you know, a fan of basketball, you know, you've heard like all the stories about Wilt, you know what I mean, or most of them or whatever. But like the legend is crazy, stupid. Like I said, this man is the GOAT of stats at the very least. You know what I mean? Like if you look at some of the stats this dude has put up, you know, it's crazy. But then not just the stats, but I've heard like stories about like his of course the athleticism, the jumping ability, the strength, you know what I mean? And like for somebody to say like we just heard in this video that he was the most imposing physical player ever, that's saying something like that. And Shaq has played in this league, you know what I mean? Like of course he came later, but Shaq was like super imposing and physical. Like I want to say he felt like he was bigger than Wilt may have been, but then I don't know that for certain. But and Shaq in those first few years, like his athleticism was really good, but he also like continued to get a little bigger and bigger as time would go, and it seemed like to me just from like old video clips that I may have seen of Wilt like later in his career. And this is just me just looking at his stature, but he never got fat. You know what I mean? He always stayed in shape, you know? So yeah, he just may be the most physically imposing. You know what I mean? Let's keep it going.
Deep, there's Wilt to block the shot. Boy, Wilt blocked that nicely. Wilt playing another tremendous game. Wrap around pass. The Globetrotters are here and by jumping in. Great play for the big man.
Great defensive work, tremendous ball handling, and a tremendous demonstration of speed and ability.
And it's just hard for people to fathom what we talk about when we say what he did. He did things that just defy description. I can remember plays that he made that when I would talk about him, people said, no, he couldn't have done that. And I'm telling you, he was just a great, great basketball player.
Here comes Boston, but Chamberlain keeps the pressure on. Wilt rebounds for a fast break.
Go away, Kamoshi.
For the Eastern All-Stars, as Wilt Chamberlain comes up with another rebound. Wilt sort of toying with the opposition.
West leads by 4, 85-81. Wilt knocked loose, Hurston back, Chamberlain slam dunk.
Chamberlain gets away from Bowman.
Chamberlain again underneath. Great shot by Chamberlain.
By the fact that he led the league in assists later on, showed he could pass the basketball. So Wilt had all the tools. He didn't display them all the time because he was asked to do other things.
He can hurt you with assists like that also, playing the post.
That was a great pass by Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain, most valuable player in the National Basketball Association this year.
Obviously, and his legend remains across the whole league. I'm glad he did.
Passing the hell out the ball. Let's see what Steph got to say.
The three-point line wasn't around for him. He would have figured that out probably too, so.
Passes to Chamberlain, he's open, he shoots, he scores.
I'm glad I played in this era. Let's put it that way.
Wilt Chamberlain. Oh, how about that?
Wilt the Stilt tries it. And in she goes.
Chamberlain turns and shoots outside, good.
He had a sweet little touch off the backboard. Like that backboard shot. When I played a little bit, like that, I used to like that backboard shot too. I wasn't a great shooter by no stretch, when I played a little hoops, but that little backboard move used to aid me, but he is getting it in as far as this passing ability, like one of the criticisms that I've heard about Wilt is like his selfishness and how he wasn't a winner, and he was and basically how he was more concerned with stats than actually winning. And I wish that that's one of those things, like you would have had to have been there more than likely to really be able to gauge that type of thing, because that's one of those things you have to see in real time, like a person's ability to, or will to win, or willingness to want it, whatever you want to call it. But let's keep it going.
There's somebody going through the middle, nobody goes. Wilt takes it in himself, puts it in there.
Wilt did not go in and bump and dislodge people. That was not his game. And if you remember, the main point is 60% or more of Wilt's shots came on fadeaways.
Chamberlain is the greatest scoring machine the game has ever known, and he can score on you in dozens of ways. Here's one you can't stop, the fall-away jumper. And he hits this repeatedly, despite good defense. That fall-away jumper just cannot be stopped.
That fall-away looking like Mikey Kobe with the fade. That's crazy.
Beautiful.
When this giant walks out on the floor, the 76ers automatically have a great number of points.
Unbelievable shot, Keith. If he gets that close to the basket, I don't see how anyone can stop him.
I think with his competitive spirit that he had, that's the one thing about Wilt. Wilt did not like to lose. He always wanted to win. So if he'd have been 6'4", 6'5", or 6'6", I think he would have had the determination. He probably would have had more of that killer instinct also to dunk the ball and destroy people. Because of his size, I think he really held back most of the time and didn't try to dominate with his physical body. And I thought, quite frankly, that he was more of a finesse player than a power player. And yet, when he did turn on the power and exert that physical presence, he was unstoppable.
Were you as great as you were because of the time, or would you be as great now? I mean, there's 15 7-footers now. There were 3 in your era.
Well, I disagree with you there, Roy. I think it was a lot of big guys when I played. Guys who weighed more than I did. A few guys taller than I was. A lot of 7-footers. But today the guys are much more athletic. But I think sometimes when you have all that going for you in your body, how is your head?
That's a little shocking. Just a tiny bit to hear like he really didn't use his power like that. You know what I mean? To hear like players from that time or people who was around to know say like he could have used his power more. Like I would have assumed the way that people talked about him, you know, like you know, just loosely that he was just like, you know, everything was a dunk, you know, like dunk everything, you know, and I forget if that was like him or Kareem that they actually like outlawed the dunk, you know, for like a hot minute. I forget which one it was, but I know for like one or the other, they ended up like it was so crazy. Like they said, nah, dunking is illegal. Like stop that shit, bro. You do it too much. So yeah, this is crazy.
So you know, Wilt, I think I'm the only guy on this planet that knows how really good you are. Because he was smart on top of everything else. He was the smartest guy I played against.
The Celtics press the ball to keep it away from Chamberlain. He scores anyway.
Chamberlain gets the ball. His double team puts it in nonetheless.
Chamberlain, boxed in and all, still gets the shot away.
Chamberlain banks it in.
Chamberlain outside.
Chamberlain in the pivot. Wow.
When you play on a global stage, it helps to have the right partner. Baird is an employee-owned financial services.
Into Chamberlain. Chamberlain scores.
It's kind of Kevin Durant-ish. Like, well, yeah, look how tall he is. Of course, he just shoots over everybody.
Puts it up, Wilt knocks it down.
Great shot. We even making Bill Russell look bad, you know. But I mean, only, you know, there's one thing to win the battle, and it's another one to win the war. You know, the little individual battles, you know, Wilt was probably getting them in that, you know, but and Bill Russell wasn't no slouch. He put up some, you talk about crazy stats. Bill Russell done put up some a lot of crazy stats himself, but not like Wilt. Wilt, I've been seeing some insane stat lines, you know, be posted on social media and all this stuff. And even before social media, I had seen and heard of some of these crazy stat lines, but let's keep it going.
Shot by Chamberlain. Jones, 3-on-2. Russell, blocked by Chamberlain. A great block by Chamberlain. Two great plays by Wilt Chamberlain.
Now let's watch his defense.
He's going to challenge Wilt. He does. Wilt fly swats it right down his.
Down.
Jumps it up over Wilt. Wilt blocks it. That's 4 block shots for Chamberlain. Chamberlain blocked it. Great play by Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets the ball. Nice play.
Trying to get it up over Chamberlain. He drives it down his throat.
The Heights and he's deep. Blocked by Chamberlain. He switches to Krebs. Blocks the shot.
Sam Jones. Good block by Chamberlain.
It's a 3-inch height advantage. Chamberlain got just enough of it. Havlicek blocked, and Chamberlain has the rebound. Going to drive over Chamberlain. Wilt slaps it out of there. Good block by Chamberlain. Penetrates, gives to Jackson. Chamberlain blocks it. Put it up again. Chamberlain slaps it out. That's 7 times Wilt's blocked shots tonight.
And on Wilt puts it up. Wilt knocks it down.
Oscar working. Chamberlain spoiled it. Good defensive play by Wilt. Barry puts it up. Over Chamberlain. Wilt slaps it out of there.
Down the middle, Chamberlain flies, watch that out.
He wasn't even close to that last bit. That's crazy.
He is awesome.
Chamberlain blocks it. It's out of bounds. Oh, they call goaltending.
That's what he calls his finger roll, and that's a tough shot. You just don't block that shot.
Ever poised, never rushed, gets his play when he wants it.
Wilt spins around his defender, and 47 and 40.
He got his little Iceman Gurdon on. I see that last play he did that on what looked like Jerry West. Even though West is smaller than him, you know what I mean, but still.
Into Wilt. Goes in and scores. Wilt working against and Russell goes over with a finger roll. Chamberlain puts it up and in.
And it's for Wilt as he leaves the game, and they're giving him a standing ovation in many sections of the arena.
Earl Strawn, the legendary referee who's no longer with us, said if we called all the fouls on Wilt, we wouldn't have a game. So there was two sets of rules for Wilt when he played.
Wilt Chamberlain driving on Russell, and you may see.
I was just gonna say that sounds very Shaq-like right there. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy how they do that for guys. How because you're so and you didn't make you know what I mean? So you ain't got no choice in that, but you are who you are. You may be bigger, stronger, faster than the rest, and they find ways to penalize you. I could definitely, I know what that's like, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, when you're in a better position physically, you know, to make things happen and all that, like they gotta switch it around a little bit. And the same went for Shaq. Like he was so powerful. Like, yeah, I could see that. Like how the guys would end up, like everybody would foul out. Because it's just like, dude, we can't stop you, you know? So yeah, it's crazy how that goes.
See a lot of that now.
Here's a little bit of a misconception. A lot of people think, hey, Wilt was scoring against everybody else, and he wasn't doing diddly against Russ. But there were games the Celtics might have won where you got 45 points, 28, 30 boards. I think you had your
62 one night, I remember very clearly.
62 off you?
Yeah, I won't ever forget that.
Wilt, of course, is a great rebounder also. Uses his height and his weight of about 292 pounds to great advantage.
Chamberlain rebounds. Chamberlain for the rebound. Chamberlain rebounds it. Chamberlain the rebound. Chamberlain on the rebound, number 13. Chamberlain gets the rebound.
The 55 rebound game. How about that?
To go against Bill Russell, the great defender.
55 rebounds, dude. That's good. That is 55 rebounds in the game. Like, dude, I've seen a ton of games where whole teams ain't rebounding like that. And that's one guy. That's stupid, dude.
Defender and get 55 rebounds. People say, well, he wouldn't do that today. Yeah, he did it against Bill Russell.
I knew that this is what I was supposed to do if I really wanted to dominate the game, was the rebound. And it was something also very gratifying about it. When you go up there and you grab that ball and you squeeze it, and you say, it's mine.
Back to Russell. Won't go. Chamberlain slaps it up on the board, rebounds it. It comes to Chamberlain. Reed guarding him.
One of the greatest scorers, rebounders ever.
Chamberlain works hard and winds up with 46 points and 31 rebounds. He's murder around the basket. But it's not enough to hold back Boston.
Phillips driving, blocked by Russell. Chamberlain with the rebound. The basket is good. He was fouled after shooting.
That's crazy. Bill Russell is considered by a lot of people to be the GOAT on defense. You know what I mean? So, and he was giving up some inches and all that, but still though, like, cause Bill Russell was a leaper. You know what I mean? He could jump high and all that, and you know, even though he's around like 6'9", 6'10", whatever it was, but yeah, no, he still was long. So, can't nobody do that with Wilt.
Wilt has had 7 seasons with over 2,000 points. As the all-time high scorer of the league, Wilt sets records every time he plays.
Wow. That is responsible bacon.
Rebound coming off, and Chamberlain gets it. Oh, there's that great strength.
Rebound, free ball. Chamberlain puts it in.
Score for the East as Chamberlain backs up the play and taps it in.
Hit the iron. Chamberlain has it. Throws it in.
Chamberlain with the rebound, push, throw it in. Russell had his hands on the ball, but Chamberlain forced it through.
missing. Forced the shot. Chamberlain.
A remarkable shot on a fine defensive play.
Shot is up and missed, but Chamberlain has the rebound. And he dunks it.
I noticed you were saying.
Dude, I wonder if I think I heard a story of like somebody trying to block one of Will's shots or something like that. He dislocated their shoulder or broke their arm or something. Like something stupid, dude. Like, you sit your butt down.
Shaking your head, Freddie Shouse, when Russell partially blocked the shot and Chamberlain forced it through.
He's just so powerful, Marty.
Slam dunk, Wilt Chamberlain.
Chamberlain following up again, as he has so many, many times in his great career.
Wilt Chamberlain inside with a rebound. When Wilt gets it that close, pretty hard to handle it.
Furious battling under the basket. And it's dunked in by Chamberlain.
Chamberlain of the West.
Dominated the game for a long time.
Loops one to Chamberlain. Chamberlain into Chamberlain. He's deep. And he dips it.
And Wilt Chamberlain on the dipper dunk.
Wilt, he gets an easy one.
Wilt Chamberlain dunks one for Philadelphia.
Chamberlain, 7 feet 1, dumps one in.
Inside to Chamberlain. He's got it. Chamberlain at 75.
Oscar Robertson bounce passes to big Wilt Chamberlain. And it's a basket.
There's Chamberlain underneath. And he dunks it.
He's got it now, and he bangs it in. Just conjecturing here, how many can he make?
His first 6 years in the pros, Wilt Chamberlain averaged 42 points, 25 rebounds, 3 assists.
Chamberlain drops one.
Pass into Chamberlain. Whoa.
Chamberlain muscles his way under for a two-pointer.
Slam dunk.
All right, Wilt Chamberlain, surprised. But when you're that big,
He's on another level.
In an 80-game season, he played 79 complete games. He missed 8 minutes of one game because it got thrown out.
That was inconceivable to us.
Just one game, 48 minutes a game is really enough, but playing a whole season, 48 minutes a game.
Forces his way in, fakes, now shovels one of the baseline to Chamberlain and puts it up, and it is in.
live action.
That's some hellified durability right there. Like, and I believe I've seen that stat before, like in a book or something, maybe posted somewhere, who knows? But that season that they were talking about, or maybe it was more than that one. But he played. He actually, there's only 48 minutes in a game. There's only 48, and it was the same then too. But this dude was averaging more than the 48 minutes. it was like 48 and some change or whatever. It's like, dude, it's only 48 minutes in the game. Like, this dude is putting in overtime. Something like, it was crazy, dude.
As Chamberlain turns and goes to the basket.
I mean, when I look back in retrospect, I say, what were they doing to me?
Chamberlain with his back to his man, fires out, takes it back, lays it up, it is good. Beautiful move by Chamberlain.
Jesus, it must have been some time when I could have gotten a rest.
But unbelievably, he never took one.
Gives it to Chamberlain. Drops it in and he's fouled.
How the hell do you stay so strong all season? How do you avoid fouling out? How do you take a beating every night with guys pushing you, punching you, grabbing you, and come back the next night fresh as a daisy?
No, how do you do all that on top of the fact that this man is, allegedly had 20,000 chicks? So this guy was playing 49 minutes in a 48-minute game, and then sleeping with like 3-4 chicks a day or something crazy. Like, this is nuts.
How the hell do you do this, Wilt?
Chamberlain puts it in.
I was paid to play basketball, and people paid to come and see me. And so my coach and the owners felt like, hey, people pay to see him, leave him out there, and let him see him. And I was able to deal with it in such a way that only missing 7 minutes. And I look back on it now and go, hey, Hal, I can't believe it myself.
I would love to see him play against some of these centers today. It would It would be pretty embarrassing for them, to be candid with you.
And even more astounding was the scoring. It's a record, of course. 50 points a game. That's right. 5-0. 50.
Man's averaging 50.
I heard that. He averaged 50 points in one season.
50 points a game.
Chamberlain, what a shot! Oh!
He's averaging 50. A bad night is 44.
We were in awe of what he was doing out there against the best players in the world.
Rogers takes the jump shot. It's no good. Chamberlain puts it in.
Good follow-up again by Chamberlain.
Tip. Chamberlain.
Rogers missing. Rebound again.
He'd get 63. He'd get 70. I mean, miraculous things.
Chamberlain slam dunk.
Michael Jordan scored 50 or more points 31 times in his career. Impressive. Wilt did it 45 times in one season.
The biggest, strongest, and the greatest scorer of all time.
How do you stop the guy? There's only 1 minute to do it. You're max.
Tries to hook, lays off the Chamberlain, and stuffs it in.
The big guy is turning it on tonight.
I heard one.
That Auerbach looking salty. Old Red was looking salty.
Team had what they thought was a perfect defense against you. They locked the dressing room door.
That was hilarious, man. That would be the perfect defense right here. Just right there, just lock them out of the stadium. You know what I mean? If you're the opposing team, like, no, he can't come in here. You know what I mean? I'll say anybody that's 7'1" and higher, you know what I mean? He can't come in, but that was the Wilt Chamberlain highlights. And that was fun to see that, and to do this with you guys. Like I said earlier, I didn't get the chance, because I wasn't born in that time to see him at all, actually. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see none of his career while it was happening, but, I saw tiny little footage, read some things, there's other stories that were like fables, tall tales, being told word of mouth through people, and you heard all the crazy stories with this dude, about, like I said, the stats, the 20,000 number, but yeah, no, on the court, like, this man could do everything. You know what I mean? Like, he running up and down like a gazelle, finger rolls and fadeaway jumpers, and the defense was elite. Like, I can only imagine, like, if blocks was a stat at the beginning of his career, he definitely would have been the all-time leader in that too. So that is amazing. To think about, like, all the things that he's done on the court. And I think only the one ring to show for it is crazy, but at least he got that one, but I can only imagine what somebody like that would do in today's game, especially like with, just built how he was, exactly how he was, because the centers now, for the most part, have gotten really, really thin and light, and they step in it. There's no more back to the basket guys like him. That really don't exist no more. Like, now the 7-footers could shoot threes, and they do it a lot. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine, man. But this was dope, like I said. So I'm gonna get going. Before I do that, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, hit the playlist option, pick the one named Basketball Reactions. I do have a list for these kind of highlights for different basketball players, or at least I'll have a lot of them built up real soon, because I like doing these. I like that. I like basketball a lot. I love basketball. Baseball is my favorite sport, but I definitely like basketball. It's like only an inch or two right up under there. So, oh yeah, check out that playlist. I do have playlists for other stuff. A lot of that is going to be mainly music, a lot of music reactions, but we'll get more of these other kind of reactions out as we go. So don't worry about that part of it. But just me asking for your support. I still need you guys to get into those playlists and start watching and liking, so I can get a lot of these videos and just my page out in the algorithm that much more. So that will help. The Cash App is on the screen. Is $ You Made Roscoe for those who want to show their support to the page. Any donations or just a show of appreciation for the work being done. You can, you'll do that there, but don't feel pressed to, I've gotten complaints about people talking all kind of stuff about that stuff. And it's like, dude, man, if you don't like it, you don't have to give anything. I'm not holding guns to anybody's head or nothing. It's merely a suggestion, but it would be appreciated nonetheless, because I'm over here trying to make it just like everybody else, but I ain't trying to take from nobody either, but that's it. That's all. So I will get back at you guys very soon. So until next time we meet, y'all be safe and y'all be good.